Hello vinyl community, this is Mike with TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks, and I'm doing a quick video today, a response to a contest put on by Mega Jeff. And I think a lot of people know who Mega Jeff is. If you don't, you need to go over to his channel. Mega Jeff's Rock Hard channel. He's been 5 years in the vinyl community and wants to do a contest celebrating that. So the first requirement is the video has to be less than 5 minutes. So I want to jump right into this to get through it rather quickly. The first question that you have to answer is the album, show an album that came out when you were 5 years old. That would be 1966 for me, and the album that came out was Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde. Excellent album by Bob Dylan. This is probably, I think, the one to own. If you don't have any Bob Dylan, you should at least have this album, Blonde on Blonde. Next, show an album that came out 5 years ago. That would be 2018, if my math is correct. And that would be Jack White's Boarding House Reach. Great album by Jack White. And one that's very versatile, shows his range. It's not quite as heavy as some of his others, but still it's got a very nice variety on it. The next one, you have to show an album that has a song on it that's over 5 minutes. There are so many songs I could have picked out, but I went with one that's a little less known as far as this band goes, even though the band is quite popular. The Canadian band Rush. Now, the one in particular I want to show comes off of this Archive collection. The Archives collection is actually the first 3 Rush albums, and the one I'm talking about comes from their 3rd album, which is this one, Caress of Steel. And the song is Necromancer, one of my favorite Rush songs of all time. And in it, they pretty much established their heavy rock, progressive sound. And that's what makes that particular album, Caress of Steel, so unique. And that particular song is very heavy, very hard, just a great song with a lot of great dynamics. The Necromancer. And it's a 3-part song. Each part is not over 5 minutes, but altogether it comes to, I think, somewhere around 13 minutes, if I remember right. Okay. The last requirement is that you show 5 studio albums from one artist. So the one I picked out is, again, there could have been a lot of different ones that I wanted to go with, but I decided finally to go with this one. Great singer, songwriter, one of the best, and that would be John Prine. So we got his first album, which is probably one that's highly sought after right now. Probably his best out of all of his early albums, and that's his self-titled album, John Prine. Great songs on that one. Number 2 is this one, Diamonds in the Rough. This is his 2nd album. John Prine's Common Sense, another great album. I love all of his albums. He's one of my favorite artists. Number 4 is this one called Sweet Revenge. And number 5 is Bruised Orange. Great albums by John Prine. I'm missing a few of his albums, but I do have Storm Windows is another one that I have by him. I have this compilation, Broken Hearts and Dirty Windows, which is a bunch of other artists doing covers of his song. And his last studio album that he released before his untimely death from COVID was Tree of Forgiveness. And this one, again, another excellent album by John Prine, just goes to show that he still had his songwriting skills. All right, thank you.